I feel like that was a good transition time. Hello, everybody. This is Leslie here. We are about to begin very special Twitter Spaces with Bojangles, CMO, Jackie Woodard. I'm inviting Jackie to the stage now. Crypto Novo has a co-host invite. Just making sure we get everyone up on the stage.
Welcome all my aliens, apes, and zombies. I'm happy to be co-hosting again with my good friend Green Giant. Man, all this talk of chicken right around noontime here in Chicago. I know it's 1 o'clock on the East Coast, but man, it's getting my lips. I'm licking them right now, and I can't wait to talk about this. We got some cool things coming up and some great artists from around the regional area. Not here in Chicago, but out there in North Carolina, which I want to talk about, see what's going on with them, because they have some very interesting things that they're, bringing to the NFT space. So we're getting our request up here. We're getting our speakers up on stage right now. The hostess with the mostest, Leslie Wheel Dealer, is getting them up here. We also have Green Giant Nathan here from the VaynerNFT side of things, and we're going to be talking a little POAPs. We're going to be talking a little Bojangles, and we're going to see what your favorite official tailgate is, because we have the official tailgate HQ right here with Bojangles going on.
Yes, amazing. Thank you for that warm welcome, Crypto Novo. I'm just making sure we have some very talented artists today in the audience that we would like to invite up as speakers. So looking through, making sure we have everyone. But let's kick it off with some intros. So again, my name is Leslie Wheeler. I'm a senior account manager here at VaynerNFT. Very excited to be working on this Bojangles collaboration with Jackie from Bojangles. And this has been one of the most exciting projects because we've collaborated with local artists in North Carolina. So maybe Jackie, would you want to unmute and introduce yourself for a moment and tell us a little bit why you decided to do NFTs? So just as a reminder, the mute, unmute, this is many of our first time doing this. So thanks everyone for bearing with us. Oh,
hey, Leslie, can you hear me?
Hi, yes, coming through loud and clear. Hello.
Cool. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Hey, as we like to say around here, it's bow time, and it is bow time with NFTs today. And so we're excited to introduce these artists. We're excited to be with the NFT audience, and we're excited to celebrate our roots in North Carolina. So for those of you who might not know Bojangles, we are a almost 45-year-old chain of restaurants. We have about almost 800 restaurants across the Southeast, and we hand make from scratch every single day fried chicken, biscuits, and tea. Our legendary sweet tea is just that, legendary, and we steep it every single day. We make our biscuits from scratch every 20 minutes, and we are cooking chicken all day long. So we're a fan favorite in the South, and we've always been about bow time too. So Bojangles has a little personality, a little craziness to it that is just like the flavor of our food, which is very tasty and flavorful. So as we've been working through our year and working through what are the best ways for us to engage with our customers and make sure that we are being relevant and topical for what's on people's minds and what they're interested in and what they're doing, NFTs caught our eye. And so we started talking, well, gosh, should Bojangles do NFTs? And then we realized, wait a minute, we've got some really legendary products, such as our chicken tenders product, which we call our chicken supremes because they are so superior to any other chicken tenders on the market. And we thought maybe we should celebrate our chicken supremes. Maybe that would be a way for us to get into the NFT community. And so what better way for chicken supremes to be celebrated than to be made into rare collectible art for our diehard Supremes fans to enjoy. So then we said, well, we can't make Supremes. Who should we have make Supremes? And we found 7 artists in North Carolina who have made our Supremes NFTs. And some of them are with us today. I can't wait for you to meet them. They are talented individuals celebrating our home state together. So that's what we've been up to, Leslie, and I'm looking forward to talking more about it with the artists who are here today.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jackie. Yeah, we definitely love seeing brands who are coming into the space in an authentic way, because it does show how open you are, because that's how open you have to be to actually learn what's going on in this space and be a part of something brand new with its own type of culture and language and things going on around it. So very happy to be working with you on this. I do want to ask, so whenever the Bojangles team decided to do NFTs, what was that conversation like? Were you all sitting around, so you're saying, okay, we want to put a spotlight on a superior, supreme product that we have, the amazing 4-piece chicken supremes dinner. So you're in a strategy meeting deciding how to effectively spotlight this menu item. And I imagine there's a conversation around going down traditional marketing and advertising routes, and then someone just says, oh, I know, what about NFTs? How did that idea come about, and were you receptive to it right off the bat, or did it take some time?
Yeah, well, we work very closely with Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary is a member of our board, and so we've been aware of and trying to figure out how to get into the NFT community for some time, because Gary has educated us and helped give us visibility to what the opportunities were. And like I said, I mean, Bojangles has always been about being really relevant to our customers and being really relevant in culture and relevant to the times. And NFTs are the epitome of that relevance right now. So no, it didn't take very long at all for us to realize this was going to be a great way for us to celebrate our chicken supremes, so delicious that they deserve to be made into rare collectible art for our fans.
Yes, I love it. Okay, so you decided to do something that a lot of brands in the space haven't done. You've actually used the NFT technology and the power of NFTs to put this program together, and working with artists is such a key part of that, because what NFTs do for artists in the space is something that's never been done before. Just even the ability to get paid in perpetuity is revolutionary for artists. I love bringing up the example of Van Gogh. If Van Gogh had created NFTs in his lifetime, his family, his estate would be billionaires by now, even though he had gone his entire life never receiving more than $100 for a work of art. So I want to hear a little bit from the artists that we have up here. Josh, you want to give an introduction to everyone, who you are, where you're from, and why did you decide to do this collaboration with Bojangles?
Hey everybody, my name is Josh Henderson. I'm an artist here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been doing this for quite some time now, but not in NFT specifically. This is my first NFT, so I'm really excited. And I'm just glad that I could work with somebody like Bojangles because I'm a regular, if you would say that. I'm just like really glad that this is something that I could be a part of. I've been told by many people that this is something I need to get into, so I'm just glad that I could be a part of it.
Amazing. Thank you. We're so happy you're a part of it. And had you done NFTs before? Had you made an NFT before this?
No, I haven't. I've attempted to, but I've been, doing a lot of different projects and just so many different things. But I'm glad that this one came along so that I could just participate and just kind of get a feel for the process. So I'm really excited.
Hey, Josh, this is Crypto Novo. I have a question. You being a traditional artist, bringing your stuff into the NFT world, how have you seen that transition?
Well, I believe that I had an easier transition because I am also a digital artist. So I have skill sets in traditional, like transferring my traditional style work into a digital platform. So it comes to me pretty easily.
Amazing.
And how about hometown shout outs? Where are you from? Any other artists that you collaborate with, and anything that you want to talk about your art outside of Bojangles?
Definitely. I am currently, shout out to Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm born and raised from Charlotte. It's kind of rare to find a Charlottean. Shout out to Mike Worth. Evan Kent, I see a lot of good people out here. Seth Woodall, he's an amazing digital artist out here. But yeah, what was the other question? Remind me the last part.
Just anything like personally that you're working on, maybe outside of Bojangles that, self-promote yourself here.
So right now, I travel doing pop-up shops. So I'll be in Asheville this weekend, something called the Big Crafty. It's a craft show, but I sell art and like my traditional art, my digital art and everything. Also, I'm working towards my next pop-up shop will be like a personal thing. So it'll be not a group show, but it'll be more of a just like a brand related thing, just my own brand and my artwork and everything. So you just have to stay tuned for that one.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Maybe Green Giant, this might be a good time to, bring yourself into because I know we had a concept going in. We wanted to get local artists from around the North Carolina area. And we also wanted to also branch in, bringing more people on board. So how can we do that? We've done that from an artist standpoint, but what can we maybe do for our listeners here to, get them in on this NFT action?
No, thank you, Nevin. Thank you, Josh. That was awesome. I've had the pleasure to work with you guys on this since the start. And I've seen a lot of similarities with the NFT space in just North Carolina and Bojangles. You're incredibly proud of what you do, and the community is amazing. So we want to give back to you guys, the listeners. We are doing another POAP. These are special occasions when we're bringing a lot of people together. So yeah, we're going to be running a special VaynerNFT Bojangles POAP. And to get that, you're going to have to, I'm afraid, listen to the end and wait for the secret word. And, I'll leave it for that for now. I'll give you a bit more information towards the end. But it's cool. It's if you don't know what POAP is, it's proof of attendance protocol. It's just a free NFT. You don't need an ETH address. You can use your email. And it's just a great way for everyone to be included that perhaps, can't elsewhere. So it's a really cool thing, and a lot of our artists here, they're not into NFTs. Well, they are, but they're originally, they're more traditional. They haven't really done much in this space. So perhaps a great way again of onboarding people that way. So let me speak to Ryan. I want to talk to you because you haven't dabbled too much into NFTs. So can you tell us kind of what your experience was like previously before working with us and Bojangles?
Yeah, for sure. This was definitely
my first experience really working with other artists in general. My background's a chef. I've been a chef for 17 years. Got into photography during COVID, kind of when we had all that free time in life. It was an experience for me that I never really had as a chef, having that much free time. So fast forward to Leslie giving me a call. I was actually making a call to take a mental health vacation. Stressed out, was going to take a break. Got a call from her to do this project, and then ironically got a call from a food aspect that could have been pretty big for my culinary career. But I talked to my staff and everything like that, and I know they're listening, so shout out to those guys. But we talked about it, and I told them I canceled on the food project, and they were like, what? And I was like, well, listen, like, I'm still going to work on a food project. Like, I want to do this photography thing, and if Leslie's calling me and she saw my Instagram and had faith in me, I was like, I want to work with local people, you know. I mean, North Carolina kind of gave me my name as a chef, now as a photographer. So I'm all about giving back. So I want to work with a local company. I wanted to network with amazing artists from the community, and I've had the pleasure of meeting a lot from Charlotte now. Shout out to Mike. I've talked to him a lot. Me and him's building some bonds. I had been looking at NFTs for a little bit because of Charlotte photographer, Uncle Jet. He started blowing up kind of big. Followed him for a little bit, like hit him up in the DMs a little bit. And if you've never met him, I met him last year during what I'll call the educational walks through Charlotte, uptown. And followed him as a photographer. I just got into photography while we were out in the city doing stuff like that. So having his support and him liking my photos and starting to build that really gave me confidence with Leslie call. So I was honored. I didn't want to turn it down, but it was kind of cool because it pushed me to be an artist more than what I would say a photographer, you know, because I would go out after work, grind, like lower my anxiety. Sorry.
Ryan, so sorry to interrupt you. We have a special guest, though. We have Gary V in the audience. Gary, we're so happy to have you. I'm going to invite you to speak now. If you want to request, we'd love to hear from you. Amazing. Hi, Gary.
Hey, Gary, I'm sorry. I think he was flowing amazingly. I don't want to interrupt. I appreciate being called up. I'm enjoying the privilege of being a listener and not a contributor. Obviously, you know, being at the top of VaynerX and working with Avery and the team and Alan and everybody else, I'm very aware of what's going on with the Bojangles project. And I'm just very passionate on the localization of NFT opportunities. And this is one of the stronger executions that I think will be done. And I hope all of the local municipalities and towns and states and providences and I just hope people realize how encompassing and how impactful these projects can be to local communities. And I think the authenticity of this drop is really rad. And I'm happy for North Carolina. I'm happy for the artists. I'm happy for everybody. And I'll jump off and let you continue to flow. But thank you for giving me a second on the stage.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for joining. It's an honor, and we know how much Gary is passionate about bringing artists into the space and really elevating the artists. And I know that was a big reason Jackie and Bojangles wanted to bring in the artists on this project. So that was incredible. Ryan, I'm so sorry to have cut you off. I just know that Gary is a very busy person. We wanted to make sure that the short amount of time he had here that he could say something just to also elevate what it means to be working with you all on the VaynerNFT and Bojangles side. So, Ryan, can you please continue?
Well, thank you again for another bucket list item, following up someone like that. So I'll try to speak after this. But so it was just an honor, you know. It challenged me to step out of just photography, just a dude that was walking around killing anxiety from a stressful career, you know, and grinding out on Instagram as fried chicken sandwich and whatnot. So it turned me into having to create something from nothing. And that's kind of how I view art, is anything that you're creating, but nothing, it's art. And yeah, it was just an honor for you guys to reach out to me and to work with North Carolina and local artists, because as a chef, we support local. So to wrap it up and give some other people a chance, that's kind of it.
I got one question before you wrap it up. All right. I see on your Twitter profile, I love cooking things. I love photographing things. I love saying things, and you like to ride your bike. So when you ride your bike to Bojangles, what's the number one thing you like to order from their menu?
Oh man, the Supremes for sure. As weird as that sounds, you can smash those pretty quick. But if I'm chasing the sunset or something like that, I'm pretty good at riding with no hands. So I usually go with a sandwich if I'm crunched on time. The sunset and moon moves pretty quick, so you got to be able to ride, smash, and shoot at the same time. So Bojangles gives you plenty of options for that.
And that's a commercial in itself right there. I love it. I love it. I love it. Leslie, who do you want to speak with next? We have a couple other great artists here.
Yes, I would love to hear from Jackie again for a moment, because choosing these artists, you were very hands-on. Jackie was, of course, very hands-on. And so I wanted to hear from Jackie for a minute. What were you looking for when you saw these artists? What were you hoping to find with them?
Well, thanks, Leslie. Besides bringing flavorful food to our customers, Bojangles' next favorite thing is supporting the communities we serve. And somebody already talked about that actually just a few minutes ago. I'm one of the artists. I'm really thrilled and honored that you recognize that. So we wanted to partner with these local artists because their art, it's what Ryan was just saying, their art has an important impact on our communities. You need artists, you need culture in order to bring a community together. And so it was really kind of a no-brainer. Once we started going down this path, it was like, well, the only way we can do this is to do it with a community aspect. And so thanks to Leslie and the gang for finding these awesome artists who jumped in with us and said, let's go on this journey together. And that's why all the proceeds from the NFTs will go directly to the artists. And then, of course, they'll receive royalties in perpetuity. Leslie, you already talked about that. So we want all of you to be able to continue to create and inspire others and be a part of what makes a community a special community.
Wait, can you say that again? What goes to all the artists?
So we will be auctioning one-of-one NFTs tomorrow on Rarible. And all of the proceeds from that auction will go to each one of these artists.
I love it. I love the hometown support. I love all what NFTs can do. We're getting new artists into the space from your hometown. We have some experienced NFT artists as well involved in this. This is what the space is about. And this is what VaynerNFT is trying to accomplish, is trying to bridge those gaps, trying to make it that community effort, because the NFT community is about all of us, and it's about all of us taking care of each other. And you guys are doing it the right way. Tassel hats off to you. That's awesome.
Thanks. Well, it's in our DNA. I mean, great food and the way we prepare it is in our DNA for 44 years, and supporting local communities is in our DNA. And so these are just natural extensions of that in ways that are relevant for today.
Well, speaking about great food, we're offering great art, but what else are we offering? The rewards for purchasing these NFTs. Can you speak more about that, Jackie?
I am happy to. So the auction will be tomorrow on Rarible, as I said. Each one of these artists has created a one-of-one NFT that will be for sale. And again, they will benefit from. But in addition to winning that NFT, each winner will also win free Supremes for a year. So not just great art, but great food, all coming together to build the community.
Yes, we're so excited about that project because with the auctions, everyone who wins the auction, the final owner of the one of ones, there's going to be 7 of them. We have 7 very talented artists with us collaborating with Bojangles on this. Everyone who gets the one of one will also receive 1 year free chicken supremes. So that's incredible. And the artists are also doing the collaboration that Jackie touched on. The collaboration NFT will be one of the owners going to get a year of free chicken supremes as well. So very excited about that. And I also wanted to talk to now 2 of the artists are coming to mind. Rakai, I definitely want to hear from you because you are, I believe, doing an NFT for your first time as well. I'd love to hear about that transition. And I want to touch on the collaboration process a little bit with Mike after. So, Rakaya, can you tell us a bit about why you chose to collaborate with Bojangles on this and how the experience has been?
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? This is new. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
It was a big learning experience, honestly. Everybody, friends, family have been pushing me to do NFTs, but since it's been uncharted land for me, I'm kind of been stepping back and taking my time approaching it. But it was actually easier than I thought. I mean, I have experience in digital art, so that part wasn't new, but actually doing it, I was it's not that bad. And then you guys are great, so you're helping out so much on the back end of everything that still all going over my head, honestly, but it's starting to make sense as all the pieces come together. So I'm excited to do it again. I won't be scared. So that's good.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been really interesting to see a group where some of you has, sorry, Rakai, I'm going to ask you to mute only because sometimes when we are unmuted at the same time, there's an echo. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been really interesting seeing this group work together because some of you are experienced in NFTs and have made many NFTs yourselves, and some of you are making them for the first time. So that's been really interesting, especially because you all have worked together on a collaboration piece. So each of you has made one part of the collective NFT. And Mike, I know you are a teacher, right? I'll let you introduce yourself, but I know that you teach about collaboration. So I want to hear what grade you would give this group and what some key points or any key takeaways you got from seeing everyone collaborate together.
Yes, hello. I'm Mike Worth. I'm a professor at Queen's University of Charlotte. And I just left a group of students who are collaborating on a mural right now out in the cold, spray painting. Collaboration's a really awesome thing. And, it has principles behind it and a process. I mean, really what's important is that this group connected. I think we initially established relationships, and Vayner gave us an awesome opportunity. Leslie, you and Nathan and John, when we had our initial calls, let us kind of get to know each other and connect. And then we really got a chance to learn together and understand the objectives and the requirements from y'all. And then it was up to us to really align. So we had to aggregate our skills and our knowledge. We had to what's called learn, share, and agree on a build over a timeline. And then we got to producing. So we collectively problem solved. We did a rapid feedback cycle where everybody, I was hitting up Joey and Ryan and other friends saying, what do y'all think? That felt really safe, and we could do that. We were allowed for constructive information, right? Not just saying, great job, way to go, friends, but saying, hey, this is working. I think we could push this. And that gave me motivation to move forward. And then here we are today in the winner's circle where we share success and now we share reward. And then, after the fact, we have what I call the reflection of the hustle. And we're going to share feedback and then more constructive affirmation. And then we ask the question, is this a one and done? or maybe it's a to and through, and we agree to repeat on the collaborative work. So I personally, I thought working with this team was awesome. Everybody understood who they were and that we came together in a very complimentary way. I'd give it an A. I don't know if I'm giving A pluses just because we could always get better, right? That's that constructive affirmation. But you know, I thought this process was amazing, and I'm excited to keep these relationships and these connections and keep growing in this world. You know, for me, I started my career as a digital artist 20 years ago at Parsons School of Design, making generative code art, like a little guy in the corner doing my thing. And you know, this idea of provenance for a digital artist is so huge, because I could never sell my projector and my Flash application to people. They would never buy that. So you know, now I have a spiritual object that I can sell. And you know, I really love this idea that I feel like I'm designing stock for certificates. Like, you know, I equate an NFT to like a bond, a mutual bond, or a stock in art. And now I get to make that most beautiful filigree Gothic type with the stamp and the embossment, you know, for clients and myself. So, yeah, happy Hanukkah, everybody. This has been awesome.
I heard you say one and done, to and through. I'm from Chicago. I like three-peats from the Chicago Bulls. I think that there is going to be some added layers to this, just because, you know, you guys had that community effort all based around pretty much, you know, the university, I believe university that you teach at. And being a former teacher, it's important to not only learn from others, but also teach others. And we've seen that in this project right now, not even a project, this NFT, where we're able to take someone who has been established for 20 years in the digital art space, convert that into an NFT, and then bring other, maybe newer artists along for the ride. And that was kind of part of it, having that collaboration going. And that's, you know, something us at VaynerNFT are trying to accomplish, is trying to pull those, bridge those gaps, if it's within a community or if it's, you know, cross oceans, you know, finding the ways that we can bridge that gap. So it's not a one and done or a to and through, and you guys can get a three-peat going and bridge it off of success that you guys are building off of right now by collaborating, communicating, and, you know, finding cool things to do in a cool time in this space.
Absolutely. And that makes me think too, although what Bojangles is offering and what we'll be receiving as holders for this NFT project is free chicken supremes for a year. Also, having the ability to be able to reward your holders at any time just because they're an NFT holder of yours is something that also makes this technology so interesting. And it does make me think it does make me wonder how brands are thinking for the future of the value that they'll provide to their consumers and their NFT holders, and how they may see NFTs moving forward as a part of their maybe more traditional marketing or revenue streams or things like that. Jackie, I'd love to hear from you on where you see Bojangles with maybe some NFT style things in the future.
Well, it's always bow time around here, but that bow time means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. You know, we're a very inclusive brand. We welcome everybody at Bojangles, and some of those people may be NFT collectors. Some of those people may be traditional television viewers. Some of those people may be radio listeners or on Facebook. And so, you know, you really have to, in today's day and age, you really have to have a diversified media mix in order to be able to reach your customers. And that media mix is not just advertising. It's projects like this that are bringing cultural relevance to the brand. And so, you know, we've done everything from influencer campaigns to we worked with a bunch of NCAA athletes to launch our Toast Chicken Sandwich last summer when that opportunity became available to us. You know, it's a brand that people love, especially in the Carolinas, as the artists can attest to. And so we always want to be a part of those activities that are bringing communities together and that are making us topical and relevant and a modern brand. So this is one of those spaces, but we do a lot of traditional advertising as well. It's all of it that matters. It's all of it that really brings Bowtime to life for our customers, both in the Carolinas and in all the rest of our states as well.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. And and you never know what happens in the future. If Bojangles,
you never know.
Away, yeah.
you never know. If you all reward these artists tomorrow in the auction, why, that's just a validation that we're onto something here, and we listen to our customers. So you kind of have your hand on the tiller. And I will say, if I can put in my shameless plug here, the auction begins 10 a.m. Eastern. You can view the NFT collection and a lot more about these fantastic artists at bojangles.com/chickenverse. Like the metaverse, we're creating our own chickenverse here today. Thanks, Leslie.
You heard it here first. Chickenverse. Very excited for that. And we were talking a lot about, obviously, we're definitely spotlighting the artists here. We were talking a lot about collaboration and some of the things that have made this collaboration in particular so strong. I'd love to hear from some of the other artists. Jackie, if you'd like to introduce yourself and maybe something that you can collaboration, someone maybe wanting to launch their own NFT for the first time, or wanting to collaborate with a brand or collaborate with other artists on a project. What's something that maybe they should know?
Hey everyone, I'm E. Wilson. I'm from Graham, North Carolina, born and raised. I currently work in Greensboro though, at the Greensboro Coliseum, where I get to work on cool events like the ACC tournament and stuff like that. I think that NFTs are exciting for us artists because, as you said, it kind of like brings a question mark about the future. We're allowed to not just make a piece and then it be done. We're allowed to make a piece and think about it and see how we're going to let it evolve in the future. I mean, people just created his piece that he's going to be changing for the rest of his life. So, I mean, I think that that brings a big opportunity for us to just not be done with things. We're allowed to continue to work on things and let them grow through the process. I think that this was the first time I got to work as a collaboration with other artists. And I think that it was exciting because it wasn't just other artists, but it was also local artists. So I was able to meet other people in the NFT scene. Since I was onboarded, I haven't really met many local people. So it was nice to be able to meet like-minded people that I could actually go and race if I wanted to, or that I could send a DM to and just, ask some questions. I think that allows us to talk to each other more openly. I feel like that's another advantage that here. The community is very open-armed and we're all learning together. So I think that it helps us move forward together as a community, and we don't have to ask questions and feel silly about them. We can ask confidently and know that there's going to be someone to help you.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for sharing that. Sorry, Jackie, okay, amazing. Yeah, it's true. Supporting the local artists makes this especially unique and especially powerful and a great way to connect. So even just collaborating, communicating, and connecting with people in the space in your local area, that might be a great first step. Crypto Novo, you are phenomenal at connecting with people in general. So if anyone maybe doesn't want to launch an NFT project on their own right away, how would you recommend they reach out to people in the space to either learn about it, collaborate with, or anything like that?
People often ask me what I make in this space, and what I do is I'm not very technologically advanced, but what I can do is network and reach out to people. So find like-minded individuals that are creating maybe the same style of art that you're creating. And then you get the collaborations going, and that's where the true collaboration takes effect, is when we are learning from each other. You're always able to pick up one or two tidbits from conversation you have with someone. And that's where the learning process comes in. And that's what I love about, being part of these spaces, being part of this social media loop, is that it's so easy to reach out to someone and connect with them. You can find their origin story real easily. You can find out their favorite restaurant, their favorite menu item from Bojangles real easily, just in a quick conversation. And now with the technological advances and how we communicate with each other through Twitter Spaces, through, if it's Clubhouse, Zoom meetings, we're able to do that real quick. So my largest advice to anyone is just network. You should have more friends than ever, because then they're there to help support you. Just like we're seeing the support that we're giving to the local artists in the North Carolina area, Bojangles is there to help support them. So it could just be reaching out to local artists in your community. It could be reaching out to global artists who have the same mindset as you.
100%, Novo. That's amazing. I want to go to Rebecca, because when I look through your Instagram and all of your art, there's a ton of people standing next to you, a lot of community projects, and so many smiling faces, and it's incredible to see. So can you just kind of elaborate on that, and maybe connect it to what you've been doing with the Bojangles team and just the general NFT space? That'd be amazing.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited to be a part of this team. I am very new to NFTs. My artwork consistently works with community and building community amongst, with physical art. I do a lot of painting, murals, sculpture, and even projection mapping, which helped me get a lot into the digital art space. So for me, that's my favorite part about getting into the NFT world is the community. I think it's amazing. I mean, I've known about the crypto world for a long time. I've had friends that invested in it, but for me, the NFTs itself create a visual piece that almost kind of defines your investment, that can be reflectant of your personality, be a collectible item, and it's more of a community personality. It kind of gives a face to who you are in this investment world. And so for me, being on this project with Bojangles, that has been the best part, is collaborating with other artists, learning other artists, who they are, especially being with local art here in the community. I thought it was a great idea to do the collaborative piece, a collaborative NFT, because all of us have a different style, different ideas, and to be able to bring all of that into one NFT. Usually NFTs are created by a single artist, but to bring all of our each individual ideas and individual styles into one NFT just packs in a whole lot of community and awesome stuff. So I am so excited to be a part of this community and this project. This is actually going to be my first NFT, but it's not my last, because I've really kind of invested myself into educating myself on NFTs, because this will be my first one. I'm new to this world, but I really, just like what you guys are saying about getting into networking, I'm going into Discord, just reaching out to people, reaching out to artists. I recommend that to anybody that's new in this world, just to kind of reach out and be like, hey, I'm new. And I think the NFT world in general is really welcoming to anyone. And I think that doing your own research and reaching out to other artists is kind of where the magic happens, for sure.
Rebecca, doing some research on you, one thing that I loved about your personal website, Rebecca Lip with 2 P's and an S, art.com, is your community art exchange. I've seen these with book libraries, but you actually have an exchange, art exchange box outside of someone's house or residential area where others can put in their art and trade art with others. I love aspects like this, and that's the community that we're talking about. It doesn't need to be the NFT space. This is about being cool people in cool space, and sharing and trading art is something that I find very cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of my favorites. I want to put those all over the world for sure. I think that kind of what I liked about creating that box, it's the same as the library exchange, is that it kind of grew. Yes, I put the box there, and yes, I created it, some hype around it, but it kind of built its own thing on its own. The community is what makes it happen, and the community is what exchanges the art. So I think the same with NFTs. We're making these NFTs, but it's going to extend on, and more is going to happen to it. It's going to grow, just like that community box that I've created. So I think this is one of the best parts about this. So thanks for having me, guys.
No, Rebecca, what you said before was probably my favorite thing about the whole space. This is my first NFT, but it won't be my last. That's exactly what we're all about at VaynerNFT. Onboarding brands and making them do it the right way, and the longevity of that. Now, quite a lot of our artists here that we've worked with, they haven't made an NFT before, but Joey actually has. He's got a few of his pieces out there, amazing. They're really colourful and just poppy and brilliant. So, Joey, if you could just have a bit of a talk with your experience, because you've made a few NFTs, so that's a bit different. So I'd love to hear your aspect of things.
Yeah, for sure. My name's Joey Allen. I'm based out of Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, where it's pretty cold right now. But I have been in the NFT space for roughly a year now, and I feel like I've barely dipped my toes in. So it's been an amazing journey. It's been really exciting. Kind of like a kid at Christmas, waking up and just browsing OpenSea, browsing wearables, seeing what everybody's got. So it's been a fun process for sure. And this was, like you said, this was not my first NFT, but it was my first NFT with a collaboration of other artists. So that was new to me.
How was that aspect, branching off from possibly, working solo and then going into a collaboration? How was that process? Was that something new? Was it something you felt like you were learning or doing more of the teaching? Or was it just a true collaboration where you guys are just bouncing ideas off of each other?
I came from a background of playing music with other musicians. So for me, it was kind of like playing in a band again, where you had to work with other people to make a solid song or a solid piece of art. So, I mean, it was challenging, but for me, that's the fun part about it, is pushing that comfort zone, because that's where the most growth happens. So it definitely pushed my comfort zone, but along the way, it allowed me to make some new friends, and learn some new things with my art and other artists as well. So,
two more questions for you. One, you guys having some wildfires out there? How are the mountains doing over there? You guys doing all right with that?
There has been a wildfire for the past couple of days on Pilot Mountain, but it looks like they have finally got it under control. So everything is looking up from here, it looks like.
Excellent. So you can make yourself down to Bojangles. What would be your favorite menu item you'd get from Bojangles if you're going out there for a meal?
This project worked out perfectly, because every time I go to Bojangles, I get the chicken supreme.
Are you sure you're not being biased? Because that's what we were talking about. Jackie, what are your thoughts on the chicken supremes there?
Thank you, guys. Thank you for loving on our Supremes in so many ways, more than one. In loving on them with your one of ones. I mean, the collaboration. I mean, Mike, you are absolutely, so eloquent about collaboration. I'm just starstruck, and you guys like to eat them too. So, you are true North Carolinians in all regards. And again, it's just really, really super day for Bojangles to be able to partner with local artists that make such a difference in our communities. And I'm getting excited though about tomorrow, guys, because I cannot wait to see what this community, over the last hour that we've been talking, and so many great listeners, about how you reward these artists for their passion and their talents and their commitment to their craft, because that is really what it's all about. That's what we're here for today. And it's, like I said, it's just been really awesome to hear all of your stories. It's a really good day for Bojangles, and it's a really good day for these artists, and it's a really good day for North Carolina.
Thank you so much, Jackie. And it has been such a pleasure working with Jackie and the Bojangles team. They're so open to this new world and very interested in the community. And none of the proceeds or sales or Bojangles isn't getting any of it. They really want to make sure that this process is a learning process for everyone, and that they can elevate the local artists as well. So it's been really a phenomenal experience working with the Bojangles team. I'm so excited for these NFTs to go live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Make sure you're following Bojangles, okay? Everyone, make sure you're following them. Notifications on. And again, Jackie, can we share that URL one more time?
Sure thing. And I've been getting texts on the side from many colleagues and friends who have joined us today. So thank you for your support and for being a part of a special new day for, like I said, for North Carolina and these artists and the brand. I even know that our CEO, Jose Armario, is listening. So Jose, thank you for your support and for helping us do some cool, interesting new things at Bojangles. So we appreciate that. The URL is bojangles.com/chickenverse. And in addition to the one-of-ones that each of these artists has created, you know that there is the collaboration piece. Leslie mentioned it earlier, but I'll just reiterate that we've made 200 of those. They'll be sold for $25 each. And one of those winners will be also entered into a sweepstakes to win Supremes for a year. So there are two ways for you to engage with these artists and help reward them, like I said, for their talents and their passion for their craft and their passion for their food. So bojangles.com/chickenverse. Now I think I'm going to turn it over to Nathan. You've got a POAP, right, Nathan?
Absolutely, Jackie. So we've got over 600 listeners on this space, which is amazing. Thank you all for being here. But as you just said, we've only got 200 of these collaborative NFTs and only 7 one-of-ones. So the math doesn't quite work out right there. So we want to offer everyone for being here. It's a special occasion for Bojangles, North Carolina artists, and just community and artists in general. This is a really special project. So we want to reward all of our active listeners on this space right now with an amazing POAP. So the way you're going to get this POAP, so this is proof of attendance protocol, is by downloading from the App Store or whatever you way onto your phone, the POAP app. So POAP app. Okay, it's the official one. And once you get into that app, you're going to have to do a couple things. You're going to have to press the mint button and press the secret word button. And this is the bit you really need to listen to, everyone. In the secret word section, you need to put the word chicken. Today's all about Supremes. Today's all about chicken. So we've made our secret word chicken. Now this is all lowercase. It is case sensitive, unfortunately, so you're going to have to get that right. And once you put that into the secret word, you can then mint your POAP. And the beauty of it, it's free. You don't need an address. You can just use your email if you haven't got one. And it's just so simple and beautiful. And we just want to reward you guys for just being part of the journey and making it such a special occasion. So again, the secret word to put in the official POAP app is chicken or lowercase. So thank you guys. It's been amazing.
Thank you all so much for joining. I did want to mention that the URL that Jackie gave is not yet live. So that's why make sure your notifications are turned on for Bojangles. You're following notifications on here at VaynerNFT. We'll tweet about it as well. We'll let you guys know whenever it's available. Thank you so much for listening. I also want to give some special shout outs to Avery Akineni, our fearless leader, the president of VaynerNFT, for bringing us all here, making these Twitter spaces possible. Thank you so much, Avery. Thanks, Gary, for jumping in. Alan, thank you for joining. Nate, thank you. Sebastian, our SVP of Client Partnerships, thank you so much. Garth, everyone, Matt, thank you all. Everyone from the VaynerNFT team for joining. Everyone from the Bojangles team for joining. Nova, want to jump in?
Yeah, shout out. We had Budweiser sell out yesterday. That was awesome. NFT that sold out yesterday. We'll have Bojangles. Maybe there'll be something else NFT dropping later this week. We'll keep you guys posted on that. But make sure you're following these great artists that came up and spoke today, all from the North Carolina area. That's very important for us.
It's bow time, y'all.
It's bow time. Thank you so much, amazing artists. Thanks, everyone, so much for joining. And as Jackie said, it's bow time.
Stay positive and love life. Peace.
Hey, that was awesome, you all. Really cool.
Right. I still have the YouTube thing playing.
It looks like you're on mute somehow. Oh, my volume.
Yeah, awesome, everyone. Jackie, total rock star. I mean, heck yeah. Don't take my job over. I kind of need it. Artists.
That was amazing.
Spot on. Retweet that. You'll get a lot more followers. Definitely anything you can do to retweet and network. I mean, sell yourselves. That's the point right now, is get your other projects going too, because that's just going to eventually feed back into Bojangles. And, think of everyone who gets a Bojangles, they can get your rookie cards too. That's how I view it.
Really
yes.
cool.
Thank you so much for your time, Jackie. It was an honor having you. It's been phenomenal working with you and the artists. I mean, you all really, really bring the project to life. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys so much.
We'll be watching tomorrow, and then we'll see where we go from there. Mike will be in touch. Thanks, everybody.
Good job.
Thank you guys.
Nathan,
Everyone.
Leslie, awesome job like always.
Thank you, Novo. Thanks for recording.
Do we want to drop a link to that POAP in Twitter at all? You got that, Leslie? All right, I got a 1 o'clock. So
will you send me that? I think you did that last time. Will you send me the link to the POAP? We can post on Twitter.
Nathan.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry.
It's all
Oh,
good.
cool.
Go on. Yeah, I've got the QR code for the POAP, so I think I put it on the Discord, so we can put that out.
Cool. I'll open up the Discord. Then I shut my Discord off because I don't know how to turn the notification sounds on. Thanks so much, Ryan, Rakaya, Rebecca. That was
If you guys need
amazing.
anything, reach out. Even non-Vayner, just let me know. I stream Tuesdays and Sundays, so if you want to get out there and do your personal work, just reach out to me on my handle.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate all of you. And definitely, I'm dropping a couple collections. So if I got questions, I'll reach out to y'all. Appreciate you. Thank you.
For sure.
Have a great
Ryan,
day.
if you want to get
Thank you so
content
much.
made, just let me know. Just reach out to my personal Twitter and we can do that for you. All right.
Yeah, because I got a lot of questions on the future of it, like helping it start like a nonprofit to help out food deserts and bike paths and bike lanes to create better job opportunities through the thing I'm working on. So I'll definitely reach out to you for sure.
Awesome. And you got a pretty good in with Bojangles right there. So, always keep Jackie in the back pocket and work that angle too. 'Cause
100%. 100. But appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Yeah.
Amazing.